I'm Jen, a desperate mom scraping by in a Chicago diner, when one crazy mistake flipped my life upside down. You won't believe how I left a millionaire speechless with a secret so wild, it changed everything. Stick around. This story's nuts. Life wasn't always this chaotic. I'm Jen, 32, a single mom to my 6-year-old daughter, Mia, hustling as a waitress in a greasy Chicago diner. Picture me, stained apron, hair in a messy bun, barely making rent in our cramped apartment. Every day I'd smile through the exhaustion, serving coffee to cranky regulars while Mia colored in the booth after school. The American dream. More like the American grind. I was drowning in bills, medical debt from Mia's asthma treatments, late notices piling up. I'd lie awake at night, heart racing, wondering how I'd keep us afloat. Then he walked in. Marcus Reed, this big-shot tech millionaire, strolled into my diner like he owned it. Navy suit, Rolex glinting, the kind of guy who'd tip with 100 and not blink. Everyone knew him, CEO of some app that made billions. He was in town for a conference, and for some reason, he kept coming back to my diner. I'd catch him staring, not creepy, but intense, like he saw something in me I didn't. "You're tougher than you look, Jen," he'd say, smirking. I'd roll my eyes, thinking, "Buddy, you don't know the half of it." One night, I'm wiping down tables, stressed out of my mind. Mia's inhaler ran out, and I couldn't afford a refill. My boss was on my case about a messed-up order from the lunch rush. An insane error, he called it, threatening to dock my pay. I was at my breaking point, ready to snap. That's when Marcus slid into a booth, ordered his usual black coffee, and dropped a bombshell. "Jen," he said, leaning forward, "I've got a proposition for you." My stomach flipped. Was this guy about to offer me a way out? Or was I about to walk into something way over my head? I didn't know it yet, but that moment, that error, was about to blow my world apart. Marcus leaned in, his voice low. "I'm looking for someone real, Jen, not another suit. I want you to consult on my new app, something for working-class folks like you." I laughed, thinking he was joking. Me? A waitress with a high school diploma, consult for a tech giant? "You're nuts," I told him, but he was dead serious. He slid a contract across the table, $50,000 for 3 months' work. My hands shook. That kind of money could clear Mia's medical bills, get us a better place. But I wasn't stupid. Deals like that come with strings. I took the contract home, read it under the dim light of our kitchen. It seemed legit, but something felt off. Why me? I barely knew how to use my phone's apps, let alone consult on one. The next day I confronted Marcus. "What's the catch?" I asked, crossing my arms. He smirked. "No catch. I believe in you." "Okay, fine, but my gut screamed trouble. I signed anyway. Mia's inhaler wasn't going to buy itself." The first meeting was at his sleek Chicago penthouse office. I felt like a fish out of water, surrounded by glass walls and tech bros in hoodies. Marcus had me sit in on brainstorming sessions, asking about my life, my struggles. I spilled it all, late bills, Mia's asthma, the diner grind. They scribbled notes like I was some case study. It was weird, but I kept going, picturing that $50,000. Then things got weirder. One night, Marcus asked me to dinner. Not at the diner, but some fancy rooftop place. I showed up in my best thrift store dress, feeling like an imposter. He started asking personal stuff. My childhood, my dreams before Mia. I dodged, but he kept pushing. "Jen, you're holding back," he said, eyes locked on mine. I snapped, "What do you want, Marcus?" "My life story." That's when he dropped the real bomb. "I know about your past," he said. My heart stopped. What past? I'd buried it deep. Nobody in Chicago knew. See, 10 years ago, I was in a bad spot. Ran with a rough crowd, got caught up in a scam I didn't fully understand. I was young, desperate, and stupid. Never got arrested, but I walked away, changed my name, started over for Mia. How the hell did Marcus know? "I did my research," he said, like it was nothing. "Your error back then. It's why I picked you." I freaked out. Was he blackmailing me? Using me for some sick game? I stormed out, heart pounding, thinking I just ruined everything. Back home, I couldn't sleep. Marcus called, left voicemails. "Jen, it's not what you think." I ignored him, but the contract loomed. I needed that money. So I went back, demanded answers. He admitted he'd dug into my past because his app was about second chances, helping people like me rebuild. But I wasn't buying it. Something felt bigger, darker. I started snooping, checking his emails when he left his laptop open, and that's when I found it. The wild secret that'd blow him away. I stared at Marcus's laptop, my hands trembling. There it was. An email chain about me. Not just my past, but a plan. His app wasn't just about second chances. It was built on my story, my scam, my pain without my consent. He'd been recording our talks, mining my life for his billion-dollar idea. My heart stopped. I felt betrayed. Used, like my whole life was just his product. I marched into his office, slamming the door. "You stole my story!" I shouted, shoving the printed emails in his face. Marcus froze, his smug confidence gone. "Jen, I was going to tell you," he started, but I cut him off. "You used me, my daughter's struggles, my past. You turned it into your American dream app." My voice cracked, tears burning. I told him the wild secret. "I'm not your guinea pig. I'm done." His face crumpled. For once, the millionaire was speechless. "I thought I was helping," he stammered. "Your story could inspire millions." I laughed, bitter. "Inspire? You exploited me." I walked out, feeling like I'd just burned $50,000, but also like I'd reclaimed my life. That night, I hugged Mia tighter than ever. I'd lost the contract, but I'd gained something bigger. My self-respect. A week later, Marcus showed up at the diner, no suit, just jeans. He apologized, said he'd scrapped the app idea. "You're right," he said. "I crossed a line." He offered to fund me his medical bills, no strings attached. I didn't trust him, but I took it. For her. Now I'm still at the diner, but I'm saving up, dreaming bigger. That insane error, signing that contract, taught me I'm stronger than I thought. The American dream isn't about millionaires, it's about moms like me fighting for their kids. So, what would you have done? Let me know in the comments. If this story hit you, smash that like button, share it with your friends, and subscribe for more insane stories. Let's keep the conversation going.